Hi, I'm Lizabeth.
And I'm Cindy.
And we are here with another feeding frenzy for the Master Key system. And we are going to combine 29, 30, and 31.
Right, because it all talks about our assignment for this week. Remember, these were weeks when we first did this.
Okay.
Each part was a week.
That's the longest damn week you've ever
I
had.
know it. Okay. Last week I gave you an exercise for the purpose of securing control of the physical body. If you have accomplished this, you are ready to advance. Have you accomplished this?
I don't even remember what it was.
You know, we're sitting in meditation and
and meditation.
Be still. So that didn't take
Yeah,
me long.
I can be
Just
still.
Be still. I can make myself be still. If you've accomplished this, then you're ready to advance. This time you will begin to control your thought.
Now this one's harder for you.
Always take the same room, same chair, same position if possible. In some cases, it's not convenient to take the same room. In this case, simply make the best use of such conditions as may be available. Now be perfectly still as before, but inhibit all thought. Oh, me. That will give you control over all thoughts of care, worry, and fear, and will enable you to entertain only the kind of thoughts you desire. Continue this exercise until you gain complete mastery. Thanks.
You can be a little loud at this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You will not be able to do this for more than a few moments at a time.
Oh, thank goodness, huh?
But the exercise is valuable
Mm-hmm.
because it will be a very practical demonstration of the great number of thoughts which are constantly trying to gain access to your mental world.
Boy, that's the truth.
Amen. Next week, you'll receive instructions for an exercise which may be a little more interesting. But it is necessary that you master this one first.
Ooh.
Can you do this?
Probably a whole lot easier than you can.
Mm-hmm. Why?
My mind doesn't race as much as yours does.
That's true.
So this will probably be a little easier on me.
Yeah. I got some work to do.
You got some work to do.
I cannot stop my mind.
You need me to whack you beforehand?
Maybe. The only
Maybe
way I know
you're
to
just
do this is
focusing
go
on
sleep.
stars.
I'm sure I can do it, but golly.
Well, you only have to do this a few minutes or a few moments at a time.
Mm-hmm. So how do you inhibit your thought? How do you do it?
I think of, I imagine blank space.
Okay. I see. I've done that.
And
Just
then
a chalkboard, and I erase it every time something comes on.
And then I hear white noise.
I hadn't thought about that.
So that keeps, even in a quiet room, there's ticking or there's dripping or there's, there's some kind of noise. So I'll hear white noise and then think about just blank space or the starry sky.
Okay.
One of the two. And, sometimes depending on the number of thoughts that are racing in when I sit down, it may be difficult to do at the beginning, in the beginning. But the more I practice it, the easier it comes.
So what do you think the value of this is? Or is there one?
Yeah, I do. In the retraining of your mind, I think it is very valuable.
Retraining for
The subconscious. And you retrain the subconscious by using the conscious mind.
So
Is that where he's going? I don't know.
I don't know. Just inhibiting thought is going to retrain the subconscious?
No.
That
I think that's the first step.
is it letting
Gaining
the subconscious
control
come back
of your thoughts,
up,
of your
or-
conscious thoughts. I think is a very important part. You can't say stop. I don't want you in there if you can't make it stop. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
If you can't get still enough to quit being bombarded, if you don't have
I find it
control
much
over
easier to focus on something rather than to stop all thought. So, for instance, if you told me to think about that picture up there, or to think about my breathing, or to think about that ticking of the clock, then I find that much easier to stop my other thoughts than to just try to not think.
Yeah, because even when I'm not thinking, I'm thinking about not thinking.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this?
Well, that's why I think about looking at a starry sky.
Okay.
Because I'm just looking. I'm not necessarily thinking about the stars or thinking about how many there are or thinking.
So you have
do you
to
see what I'm
trick
saying?
yourself.
I'm just looking at.
Okay. So you're tricking yourself.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Until it becomes second nature, until it becomes habit.
Okay. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that.
Can you do that?
I don't know that I can just stop all thought, but I can focus on one
No,
thing.
you can focus for a couple of moments at a time until
I can think about that blank wall or something.
you can. Yeah, I've seen you zone. You zone
Well,
now.
that's true, but I'm zoning about something.
You can zone about that wall. Okay.
Jeez, what a waste of time. I guess that's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Shrink.
Shrink.